camera takes a little bit to initiate. Hello, hello, hello. This is Angrod Losheelan starting his first video for Summoners Wars. Um, so let's get started. I decided to do a let's play, mainly because my wife got me into this game. I like it a lot. I haven't exactly played it for very long, but after about 3 days, I decided this is worth doing a video on. Um, it's probably only going to be short videos. I decided short videos are the best way to go. I do tend to ramble, so short videos may be relative, depending on my mood. Um, and this is going to be primarily from a new player's perspective. I have not seen a whole lot of statistics and best run scenarios for brand new players as far as videos go. Most of it's geared towards end game players, that sort of thing. So I kind of decided, I mean, I like spreadsheeting a lot. I'm kind of a spreadsheet whore. Used to, well, I still am an ETH player, so spreadsheets in space. All I gotta say. Um, so my first impressions before I even start the game. See if you guys even want to continue watching this. If you haven't played Summoners Wars, it's kind of like Pokemon meets World of Warcraft meets your smartphone. Like, that honestly is my best description to someone that has never seen Summoners Wars before. Like, I've seen it a bunch of times. I refused to play it because it looked dumb, and then my wife started playing it, and then she decided she wanted me to play it, and I decided, sounds good, might as well. Clash of Clans was kind of getting boring. Um, I mean that's just because you have to wait a long time for everything. I do like the Summoners Wars doesn't make you wait. I mean, they do to a point. At the same time though, like Clash of Clans, you can play once a day, and maybe 20 minutes tops. Um, Summoners Wars, you can play 5 or 6 times a day, like constantly. Like if your battery supports that. That is my one complaint for this game. Your phone will run it for maybe an hour tops before it kills over saying, I give up. And so play it on the charger. I mean, it's a really fun game. Oh, sorry, got a friend in the eye. It's a really fun game. It is very intense on your battery life, unfortunately. And since they've kind of banned all use of computer emulators, which in my opinion kind of sucks, means that you have to play it on your phone or your tablet, and you have to run your battery down to the point where it won't work for very long. But it's worth it. It's a fun game. So, um, it involves monsters like Pokemons, except not. They're cool. You train them, you level them up, you evolve them, all that sort of thing. And then you put gear on them, which are runes. And the runes increase your abilities, your base stats generally, and your abilities are based on different stats. And different monsters have different base stats, different abilities, that sort of thing. And the cool thing is, any monster can go to max level, any monster can evolve to the max state. Um, it's not you start with crappy monsters, move on to better monsters, that sort of thing. To a point, any monster can become the end game, but obviously some monsters are better than others. Um, there's mana runes, that's a currency in the game. There's crystals, which is kind of like the pay to win currency, but you can still earn being a free to play player, which is kind of nice. Um, which is really nice. I mean, Clash of Clans kind of pulled that, but you earn those their crystals really slow. Crystals in Summoners Wars, you earn quite a few of them, and paying to win is useful for a head start. But I mean, it's not as much of a I win button as it is with other games, in my opinion. And third, no, I've listed a ton of things. just call it third. It's a social game. There's guilds, kind of like World of Warcraft. You get to communicate with people. There's guild wars, kind of like clan wars in Clash of Clans. You fight each other. You can fight each other one-on-one. You fight each other in groups. There's a lot of PvE content, something Clash of Clans is vastly lacking. PvE content is huge in Summoners Wars. That's why I like it. I don't have to be the best at fighting other people. I can just grind my way around, and I kind of like that. So this video, this video series is going to be primarily focused on my experiences trying to help new players out, because I'm a complete noob. So it's kind of like the blind leading the blind, except it's noobs leading noobs. That sort of thing. Anywho, let's get started. I'll show you what I've done thus far, and maybe explain what I've done so far. Ooh. So, number one, they give you a lot of gifts. It's kind of cool. All this stuff is like useful. It's not just craft gifts. Very social. So you get social points. And it's kind of like some of the other Monster War games or whatever, where you get monsters, you raise them up, and that sort of thing. You have islands. I love it. But yeah, so let's kind of jump in. After watching this first video, I definitely recommend picking it up, playing for a little bit, and then continuing to watch my videos. This isn't meant to get you into the game. It's meant mainly to kind of, help you out. Maybe, I like watching Minecraft videos, even though I'm not a good Minecraft player, but I've been playing for a while. I still like watching other people play. Makes it interesting. I learn new things. So hopefully these videos just aren't about me rambling on. Hopefully they actually help you learn stuff. One of the first things I learned is that this thing is really cool. Mysterious Plant. Increases your energy production. Energy is energy. It's what you use to run PvE content. When you run out of this, you cannot run any more PvE content. You have to run PvP content. This is how you run PvE content, is with these arena invitations. So those two are your resources to let you do stuff. These are your currencies that let you buy stuff. So do stuff, buy stuff. Kind of cool. There's all sorts of missions. Wow. You get this currency and experience. And as you level up, you get access to more content. You get access to different areas. You get access to different dungeons, and then you can grind through the main storyline, and then go back and do it again. Island of Conquest is where you do your guild battles. I have not done those yet. I need to. Rift of Worlds is incoming. Like it says, preparing update. It's not going to prepare an update. Sorry. Kids are doing stuff. I don't know. Karios dungeons. These are more dungeons. There's dungeons that are time limited. These are only available on certain days. There's secret dungeons, which give you cool monsters. It's pretty awesome. And then, there's still areas I haven't even unlocked. I have to get to a certain level before I unlock that one. I get to set my defense, so these guys defend me when I'm not there, and someone decides to attack me. That's kind of cool. And different abilities, different monsters. That's the word. Different monsters have abilities that improve all your other monsters when they're in a leader type role. It's pretty in depth. I like it a lot. Now, this first video is kind of just an overview of the game. From here on out, it's mainly going to be just me playing the game. I mean, there's not a whole lot to it beyond that. This thing mines more crystals for me. That's the pay to win currency. This is the normal currency. But with that pay to win currency, like I've gotten quite a few of them. Like I was surprised. Like just look at this. If you want to buy it, like I can buy 72 of them for $3. I've earned more than that in 3 days. So I mean, I like their pricing scheme. It makes it you can buy it, but I've earned more than the $5 pack in 3 days. If I'm lazy and impatient, I can pay $5 and get a little boost ahead. Cool. Whatever. Experience boosters, make your islands bigger, different buildings, some of them are level locked. So I mean there's a lot of content to be earned, which is kinda cool. I don't know, I like it. And you can actually decorate too. There's some decoration stuff. I'm not a huge fan of it. My wife is somewhat, but it's just how it works. So let's take a look at my monsters. I got some cool ones. A really shitty water fairy. Everybody gets one. Uh, I like my, I think that's light, the light symbol, light Garuda. Um, I like the light Garuda. Light Garuda is evolves into some awakens. That's what they call evolves. It awakens into some cool monster. And then you get new abilities, right? And so it awakens into that, and I can evolve it between 1 to 6 stars. It started out as a 3 star, means it's midway good. I mean, but once I get it to max level, it'll be as good as any other 6 star within reason. I mean, obviously, different abilities are more useful in different situations, that sort of thing. But I mean, I can make it a 6 star. I can make any monster a 6 star. I can make really retarded creatures like these 6 stars. I'm not going to, but I can. Um, and runes. Wow, rune system. That was a lot to kind of take in, and I obviously messed up some runes with this guy. This guy should honestly be full Swift set with probably I don't know, Swift and maybe Focus? Focus. Probably Focus to make my stun hit more. Or Swift and Crit. Swift and Energy. I might go Swift and Energy just because I seem to have a hit point issue with a lot of my guys. Oh, sorry. Nose is me. There's stuff going on up there. So runes do cool things. They're cool. Um, I've got a Hellhound, Water Hellhound. I've got a Wind. I think this guy was a Vagabond. I got him already awakened. So he already got his cool awakening skill. But yeah, I think he was a Wind Vagabond. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I'm leveling a bunch of them. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of cool stuff that happened, has happened, has been happening. Um, there's been some updates. Ooh, what kind of updates did we do? There's an auto update and the server patch. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, so patches, I mean, just like any other game has its patches. Ta-da, patches. Oh, connection to the chatting server was lost. I've had that issue a couple of times. Like I just lose connection to the chat server for whatever reason. I don't know why. Let's see what that one is. Hmm. Cool. So reading notes, not that exciting to watch. Either way. Um, but yeah, I mean that's pretty base. That's a pretty basic overview of the game. I mean, different stats like hit points, attack, defense, speed, critical rate, critical damage, resistance, accuracy, all that fun stuff. I mean, pretty fun. So let me show you a battle. Let's go run some PvE content. I'll kind of show you what it's all about. Um, let's run Garen Forest. I've been doing a lot of this one actually, simply because I need to level my guys. These guys are max level. In order to get them up in stars, I need to get this one and this one to 3 stars, which means I have to level them to 25 first, and then combine them with 2 more 2 stars to make 1 3-star. It gets pretty intensive. I don't know, I kind of like the grindy stuff, like to a point. I like that it's not incredibly grindy. That is my favorite part. I can do it all manually and pick, whatever I want. Or, oh, let's do that. See, everyone gets turns. These attack bars are based on your attack speed, and the more they fill up, the more you get to attack. More often, I guess. But I can also, boom, it has a built-in AI. My guys will do it all themselves. So I don't have to sit here and grind the whole thing over and over slow like when I can just turn on my super cool play button and play through it. Now the AI isn't very intelligent, like, but that's kind of a good thing, you know. So like for your first run through most areas, you do want to do it manually. That way, you don't lose. If you lose, you still get experience and stuff, just not as much, and you don't get any rewards. Ooh, criticals. Maybe I should have manually done all this. Maybe I'm gonna lose. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna let them do their things. Smashity smash. Ooh, I won. And that's the cool thing. Even if all your monsters die, except for one, as long as one of them's still alive, everybody gets experience. And I got some level ups. I got some energy back. I spent 3. Nope, I spent 4. I got one back. And I got some mana crystals. Occasionally I get normal, like red crystals, whatever you call. But right now I'm just going for experience. And then, may the RNG gods be cool. Yeah, I got a rune. It's not a very good rune. It's only 2-star. But, it's a rune. I mean, I can sell the runes. I can get rid of all my junk items. So I don't have a bunch of them crumbing up my game. But with that, I'm going to close it off. Been about 18 minutes. Before I go, I want to show you the coolest part of this game. Let's redeem this, collect. Cool. And let's go to my cool summoning stone. And on video, I'm going to do my 3rd Mystic Scroll summons, but the first one on video, and that's what really counts. So, my first on video Mystic Scroll summons for 10,000. Cross your fingers, cross your fingers, cross your fingers. I got a magical? Sure. I don't know if she's very good. I have zero clue. Let's see. She attacks some damage. Inflicts damage, increases by harmful effects. So she's a dot based creature. Ooh, she attacks all enemies. All of them. That's kind of cool. And attacks all enemies again. Wow. I definitely want her. Let see. Let's look at her a little bit more. A magical archer. Skills. What happens when I awaken her? Oh, she gets a leader skill. Increase attack power of fire. It's kind of a shitty leader skill. Because it's, I mean, so there's elements, water, fire, air, light, and dark. So it's kind of shitty that it's focused on that, but yeah, whatever. I like the fact that it's got um, every max level every 3 turns gives us another AoE attack. This one does it every 4 turns, max level, and hurts him, and hurts him, and then this one will hurt him too. This one will actually get its damage increased um, by the number of bad things they have on them, if that makes sense. So the number of harmful effects, like this will cause a harmful effect called decrease attack speed or something. This will cause a continuous damage, which is just hits um, hits them each turn. A dot, if you've played other games, a dot damage over time effect. And this one just decreases your attack speed, so kind of like a slow, makes them slow. And this one deals more damage if they have a dot or a slow on them. That's kind of cool. But with that, let's peace out, bitches.